Have you ever noticed how the world only pays attention when success knocks at the door? It's impressive how people live blind to others' efforts, to the sleepless nights, the sacrifices, the years of struggle. No one notices the times you stayed home while others went out, the times you turned down invitations, skipped trips, and saved on small things to invest in what truly matters. But the moment a new car appears in your driveway, everyone suddenly becomes an expert on your life. No one knew I bought a car until they saw me inside it. No one imagined I'd switched jobs until the new badge shone on my chest. No one knew I'd moved houses until I turned the key and closed the old door behind me. And you know what that taught me? True success doesn't make noise. It happens quietly, behind the scenes, away from wandering eyes. And when it finally appears, it's impossible to ignore. If you can relate to the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. While most people waste time showing off and seeking validation, I learned to stay quiet and work. I discovered that speaking too much weakens plans, attracts envy, unnecessary opinions, and bad energy. The secret to success lies in making things happen without fanfare. While they talk, you act. While they comment, you execute. While they try to look good, you focus on being better. And when the results start to surface, the impact is far greater because no one expected it. It's not about proving anything to anyone but about living so intensely and silently that people are forced to notice your victories. Because the world respects those who show up unannounced. Every step you take without broadcasting it carries the weight of 1,000 empty speeches. That promotion no one saw you fight for. That money no one knew you saved. The strategic contacts you made while others wasted time with trivialities. That's what builds an empire. But real empires don't announce their foundations before they're solid. Those who understand this learn to savor victory without an audience. Because those who need witnesses to feel victorious haven't yet grasped the true meaning of winning. Real victory is the kind that changes your life, not your image. The curious thing is that the world only notices those who reach the top but ignores the stones along the way. No one sees the sacrificed Sundays, the lonely nights, the projects that failed, and the silent disappointments. People only see the outcome. And when it arrives, they start to speculate, to make up stories, to try to explain your success. But the truth is, while they were busy gossiping about others' lives, you were building your own. And when everything changes, they wake up. And it's good that they wake up late, because those who didn't witness the process have no right to comment on the result. How many times have you shared a plan and someone, with a fake smile of friendship, poured cold water over it? How many projects died smothered by unnecessary opinions? That's exactly why silence is your best protection. When you talk too much, you hand over the map to your treasure. And in this world, believe me, there are plenty of people disguised as friends, just waiting for an opening to harm you.
When you stay quiet, you make the world wonder where you're hiding your next move.
And their doubt is more powerful than any premature certainty. Because no one fights what they don't know. And what they don't know, they can't stop. Some people will never applaud you, no matter what you achieve. Not because you don't deserve it, but because your victory reminds them of how stagnant they are. Silence is cruel to those who only know how to live for appearances. While those people talk, you grow. And when your victory finally becomes visible, it's too big to ignore. And the best part is that when they ask you how you did it, you don't need to justify yourself. Just smile with the peace of someone who won without stepping on anyone else.
Because the greatest victory is the one whose price only you know.
Every conquest that comes in silence carries the taste of resistance. You know what you endured, how many times you thought about giving up, the moments when even you doubted yourself. But you kept going. And today, when you look back, you realize that if you had talked too much, you might not have made it this far. Because the secret to success isn't just hard work, It's the ability to remain discreet, to resist vanity, to avoid explaining yourself to people who add nothing. Those who feel the need to flaunt still don't feel like they truly own their achievements. Those who have already won know that the greatest luxury is living well without having to prove anything. No one knew I was starting my business until it began turning a profit. No one knew I was investing until my bank account started to grow. No one knew I was changing my life until they couldn't recognize me in the same places anymore. And you know what? I prefer it that way. Because those who don't know, don't interfere. Those who don't see, don't meddle. And those who aren't expecting you, won't be ready to tear you down. In the end, silence always wins over noise. I learned that the best way to protect your dreams is not to share them with those who aren't aligned with your vision. If there's one thing life has taught me, it's that people love to underestimate others. And that, far from being a bad thing, is actually a hidden opportunity. Because those who underestimate you are never prepared for the impact of your success. When no one expects anything from you, every achievement hits like a punch. And those surprised by your victory are often too stunned to react. While they thought you were just another one, you were preparing. While they ignored you, you were studying. While they talked about you, you were talking to those who truly mattered. And when your moment arrives, there's no counterattack. The world teaches that the loudest one wins. But history shows that the true giants built their empires in silence. Great investors, successful entrepreneurs, brilliant artists. None of them announced their plans to the four winds. Because those who talk too much expose their projects, attract envy, generate unnecessary pressure, and often lose motivation. Those who understand the game know that the best moves are revealed only in the final play. It's in silence that strategy matures and victory takes shape. And the more you grow, the more you realize that silence is liberating. Because shouted success needs an audience. Discreet success lives off real accomplishments. A new car? No need to announce it. Those who matter will see it.
Ana más sin trip?
The right people will see the photos when it's already a story. A clever investment? Those who belong at the celebration dinner will be there, not reading your captions. The real victory is the one that changes your life, not your image. The one that brings peace of mind, not likes. And you know what's even more interesting? The same people who once ignored your struggle, who didn't believe in you, who mocked your ideas, they'll start to change their tune. Suddenly, the person who laughed when you said you were saving to invest will ask for advice. That friend who thought it was silly for you to study finances will now want to know which fund you chose. It's natural. Because human beings only respect what they can no longer ignore. And that only happens when the victory is so great that it shatters any attempt at belittlement. That's when you realize, it's pointless trying to convince anyone along the way. People only see what forces them to look. So don't waste energy trying to prove anything. Use your energy to build, to make it happen, and let your achievements speak for themselves. Another thing I learned along the way is that silence doesn't mean isolation. On the contrary, it means choosing wisely who deserves access to the backstage of your life. You can and should have advisors, confidants, mentors, but very few. And it's not out of selfishness, it's strategy. Because sadly, the more people know about your plans, the higher the chance someone might try to sabotage them. And sometimes not even out of malice, but out of unconscious envy, from that petty feeling of not wanting to see someone else succeed. So be selective about who deserves to know where you're heading. And for the rest of the world, absolute silence. Let them only see when it's too late to stop you. And deep down, the real victory isn't just the money, the car, the house, or the bank account. It's the transformation that happens inside you during the process. Because the person who conquers something without needing anyone's approval becomes free. free from others' opinions, free from the need for applause, free from the expectations society imposes. They understand that the best feeling in the world is knowing you can achieve anything without showing off. That the most powerful success is the one that lets you walk lightly, knowing everything you've gained came from your effort, your courage, your faith. And there's no one in the world with the right to diminish that. And when you reach that stage, nothing else affects you. Because those who live in silence win without making a sound. So guard your plans.
Guard your strategies.
Let the only public thing about your life be your results. When they ask where you've been, just smile. When they question how you did it, simply give thanks. Because those who live truly don't need to explain. Those focused on their purpose don't waste time justifying their steps. And to close this video, I'll leave you with a quote from Sun Tzu in The Art of War. The supreme art of war is to subdue the enemy without fighting. May your victory be as discreet as it is inevitable. And if this message made sense to you, hit like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. Because here, we play quietly and win loud.